Welcome to day 2 of my stick mobility program. Today is all about groundwork, and we are going to be focusing on hips and ankles. Ankles are so important because they actually affect your posture, the way that you walk, the way that you squat, and they are so often overlooked. So we're kind of doing a little bit of a deep dive on them today. For this workout, you'll need the full stick mobility bundle, and I'll leave a link in the description below for where you can get yours along with a discount code. You may also want a bolster or a cushion for your knees, as we will be doing some kneeling. Now let's get to it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the bell for notifications, like this video, and be sure to come back for day 3. Grabbing your 2 sticks, we're going to bring them to about 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. And they're here just for support, honestly. We're going to do some nice gentle hip circles. Hips are hip width apart, or feet are hip width apart. And circle forward, side, back, side. Just because this feels really good. Let's go for 5. You may get some pops or clicks or just little adjustments, and that's totally fine going the other way as long as it does not hurt. You can always make the movement smaller if you'd like. 3, really allowing your body to do whatever it feels right to do right now. And coming back to center. We're getting right into ankle business today. So using these sticks as an additional support, you can have them extended in that sort of 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock position. If you need to, you can always bring your elbows inside, bring those hands to about where your elbows are, and then you have even more sturdy stability. So 1 foot at a time, we're just doing 5 of each of these. You're going to go dorsiflexion. I'm going to bring my foot to the side. You can keep it facing forward, but I really want you to think about extending those toes, pushing down on the balls of your feet, bend that posting leg, and lifting that heel as high as it'll go. And then you're going to plantar flex, point those toes, press the tops of your toes down on the ground. So you get a great view when I'm in this position, but you can feel free to do the same thing this way. And I'll do one from the side so you see it. Here, and again, let gravity be your friend and help you out. Just bend those knees a little bit, sit into it, and then plantar flex. Breathe. This may be intense already, right? So take your time. Feel free to do 3 reps instead of 5, since we're doing 5 for these. Whatever feels right for you today, and also be kind to yourself, right? As we continue through the workout, you'll probably get more range of motion, but be gentle. Less is more with mobility. You really want to start small and be patient and come back to these kinds of exercises again and again to really build strength in these end ranges of motion. Like, I'm not a ballerina, right? I can't go on point or anything, but I do have a pretty significant point when I'm in that plantar flexed position. And it's just practice. It's patience and practice and consistency. And point. We got 1 more on this side. Dorsiflex, you can really bend and you'll feel those toes. So while you're here, if you want to think about it, if you move your knee inward or outward, you feel that pressure move from the inside of your toes, that big toe, into the smaller toes. So there's all kinds of different ways to play with this and work on whatever you need most. And part of doing all of this is really about gaining awareness to figure out where you have weaknesses and where you need to work. So other side, going for that dorsiflexed position. I will tell you, this is my left side. It's not quite as flexible as my right, which is kind of normal. It's my weaker side, right? Plantar flexed. You don't need to push down really hard. Gravity is doing most of the work for you here. Dorsiflexed. I'm going to go this way. A nice soft bend in your knees. And then plantar flexed. Here we go, dorsiflexion. So you don't need to lean forward too far. Your sticks are here to give you more stability and keep you upright. So you're putting most of your body weight onto these 2 feet, right? And plantar flexed. Dorsiflexion. Again, thinking about that same concept of pushing your knee inward or outward. Woo! This side is not as friendly to this, and that's okay. I don't have to do it a lot, and I don't have to do it for a long period of time. It's just about gaining awareness. Whew. Shake those feet out. Already, that's a lot. We're gonna bring over the short sticks, set these 2 long sticks aside for just a moment. Just because it feels really good to get into the rest of your body so you're not creating more tension, because toes, they do get tense, and it's not just in the toes or the ankles. You'll find you end up getting potentially leg, hip discomfort. You'll even find that when you're really holding onto those toes, trying to dig them into the ground, your shoulders come up. So we're just going to take this shorter stick and do a nice little forward fold into a back extension. I'll come into a 3/4. You're going to push that stick together as you forward fold, just to wherever is comfortable for you today. And then as you come up, pull that stick apart, reach up, press up behind you, open up, push that stick together as you fold forward. Let the head hang. Try and push onto the balls of your feet, and then pull that stick apart as you come up and open up the back. 3 more. Push that stick together, forward fold. You may find that you're touching the ground now. That's totally fine. Pull that stick apart as you lift up, back extension. Arms might be getting a little bit further overhead or behind your body. Push that stick together as you come forward and fold. I love doing horse slips. It's another reminder for me, physical reminder to relax. Up, overhead. One more time. Forward fold. Soft bend in the knees. You can think about pushing your butt up towards the sky for just a second. And then pull that stick apart as you rise up. Stick comes up overhead. Coming into that overhead position, we're going to go into a monkey pull. So one arm pulls harder than the other, and that stick comes over to the side, hand, elbow comes behind your head if possible, and now over to the other side. So you really want to think about getting that arm behind your head to make space, and that bottom hand is pulling down. Show you from behind as well. One more here. And we're going to add on to an around the world. So, I'm going to go from a monkey pull. That top hand comes down, bring the stick around, over to the other side, other arm comes up, we're back in that monkey pull. Down, around, and monkey pull, around. 3, 4, more. These should feel really good. Waking up the shoulders, waking up the back. And now we're going to go the other direction. So lifting up overhead, pull down, hand comes down, around, find that monkey pull, over to the other side. 2, around, up, 3, 4, last one all the way around. Definitely feeling more awake, more mobile, everything can move. Go ahead and set this shorter stick aside. I'll be using my 2 long sticks. You really just need 2 sticks. You could technically do this with 1 stick. I'll be using 2 so you can see this. And now is a great time to grab that bolster or cushion for your knee because we're coming down into a half kneeling position. So I got my little towel right here. I'm going to start with my right leg forward, left leg back. Sticks are coming to about 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. I'd like to say that they're in line with the front foot, but you want to bring those bottom ends of the stick towards your body so you have a little bit more of that natural arm line. You can have that back foot plantar flexed or dorsiflexed, whatever feels better for you. And when you're here, we're starting out really small. I just want you to notice, how do you naturally end up in this position? Is your back way over here? Are you over here? Just take a second to feel where you're at and try to recognize where neutral is. So that neutral spine isn't swayed, isn't overly arched, right? You don't need to squeeze too hard and then you start to curl over on yourself. So, as we're here, you're just going to think about tucking your pelvis under, nice and strong, glutes are engaged, and then you're pressing forward only as much as you can maintain that engagement into that front leg. It's totally okay if your knee comes over your toes. You have these sticks here to give you an assist. They're helping create more stability for you. So you can really push down on those sticks as much as you want. Return to neutral. Relax. Take a breath. We're going to reset. So you might find you have a little arch in your back. Tuck that pelvis under. Squeeze those glutes. That comes first. And then try and press that knee forward only as far as you can go while still maintaining that glute engagement. Getting a beautiful stretch in that back hip. Come back to center. We got 3 more. Squeeze the glutes. Press forward into that front knee. And 2 more. Squeeze. Press forward. Keeping the whole entire front foot flat on the ground. Here we go, last one of these. Tuck that pelvis under, press forward into that front knee. Breathe. I'm gonna add a little bit of rotation on here. So you're in that same basic position. You're gonna tuck that pelvis under, press forward. And now I want you to move those sticks. So one will open up out to the side, if you're going across your body first, and then go the other way. Return to center. As you open up on the side that your foot is behind you, it's a little bit harder to maintain balance. So you can make that rotation a little bit smaller. Here we go, we've got 2 more. Tuck that pelvis under. Press into that front knee, twist across your body, return to center, twist and open, return. One more here. So now you might find that you're finding neutral a little bit easier. Tuck that pelvis under, press forward, open up, twist across your body, only as far as you can maintain this glute engagement. Back to center. Whew. Shake it out. So we're going to get into the ankle complex a little bit more, staying on this same side. Sticks are at about 11 and 1 again. So you can relax that foot down, plantar flex. You're going to tuck that pelvis under. Press forward until you have to lift that front foot off the ground. That heel comes up just a little bit. That's totally fine. And now think about lifting your heel as high as it will go. Really arch those feet. Bring it down, press back. We've got 5 more here. That may be a lot for you. It's a lot for me. I do it a little bit. So I have a pretty good arch and range for my feet. If yours does not look like mine, that's okay. If you're feeling the work, you're doing great. That's really all that matters. Here we go. Tuck that pelvis under. Press into that front knee until you have to lift your heel up. And now think about really pulling that heel up off the ground. Balls of the feet are pressing down. Toes are pressing down. Using these sticks to push down into the ground to bring you back to center, and using them as you go forward as stabilizers so you're not really wobbly. Here we go. 3 more. Squeeze the glutes. Press forward. Heel comes off the ground. Now lift as high as it'll go comfortably. Whew. I also feel this in this front hip. This is deep flexion right here. And push those sticks down to return to center. 2 more. Tuck the pelvis. Press forward. Heel comes off the ground. Allow it. And now make it go as high as it possibly can. Heel comes down. Press down on those sticks. Come back to center. We got 1 more here. Tuck the pelvis. Pressing into that front leg. Heel comes off the ground. Lift as high as it'll go. Let's count for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel down. Press those sticks. Ooh, come back to center. 1 more move on this side before we move over to the other side and do all of this again. You're going to bring those sticks in towards your hips a little bit more, reaching up real high. And we're going to do a little human sail. So again, you're thinking about tucking that pelvis under. You're going to reach your arms forward and then roll those shoulders back. Look up towards the ceiling. Come back to center. Whew. We got 1 more of those. You're going to reach your arms up high. Sticks are on either side of your hips. Tuck that pelvis under. So you're squeezing your glutes here. You're going to push your hands forward. Palms face away behind your body and open up. If you need to slide your hands down the sticks, that's totally fine. 3, 2, 1. Push those sticks down to come back to center. Bring that knee in. Take a breath. Go into the other side. Same exact moves. Here we go. Other side. I think it's really helpful for me to show you from this side position because you see all of the different parts of my body and how they're moving. But please drop me a comment. I'd love to hear how you feel about the visuals for my videos. It's always really helpful to know what you want to see and whether or not what I'm trying to show you and teach you is working. So here we go. Other foot is planted, knee is down on the ground. That back toe is dorsiflexed. Sticks are coming back to 11 and 1. And we're starting from the beginning, right? So all you're doing is noticing if you kind of want to like lean into that hip, if you're a little wiggly, if you're really pressing backwards. So tucking that pelvis in and then pressing into that front knee only as far as you can maintain that glute activation. And back. We got 4 more. Tuck the pelvis, press forward. Maintaining that connection for the whole front of your foot. Back to center, tuck, and lean forward. Oh my goodness, I think this hip is tighter. Make sure you're breathing. I know I forget all the time. We've got 2 more. Tuck the pelvis under, press forward, and return to center. Last one of these, and then we add on. Tuck that pelvis under, squeeze those glutes, press forward. Ooh, I got a little further. I guess something let go. Okay, that's what we want. Adding on that little bit of rotation. So tucking the pelvis under, pressing forward. I always like to start going across my body, across that front leg. Come back to center. Open out. This hip is definitely tighter. Back to center. Here we go. Tuck. Press forward, across the body. And open out the other side. Back to center. 3 more. Adjust as needed. The sticks might sort of crawl away. That's totally fine. Tuck that pelvis under. Press forward. Rotate across. And other side. Back to center. Last one. Tuck that pelvis under. Press forward. Rotate. Open up. Beautiful. Come back. Oh. Definitely feel the difference. So we're getting into that ankle complex. I'm also going to double up on my little cushion. There we go. So I can plantar flex that foot. I'm going to tuck my pelvis under. Press as far forward, still glutes are engaged, until that heel comes off the ground. Lift the heel as high as it can go. Breathe. Heel comes down. Press back to center. Here we go again. Tuck that pelvis under. Press forward into that front knee. Let the heel come off the ground. And then lift your heel as high as is comfortable for you. You'll feel a great stretch in that back hip. But you're going to start to feel some tightness as you come back in that front hip. Because you're really, really flexing. Here we go. We got 3 more. Tuck the pelvis. Lean into that front leg. The heel comes off the ground. Lift as high as it'll go. Drop that heel down. Push back. 2 more. tuck the pelvis, press forward, heel comes off the ground, lift. Breathe here, shoulders pack down, push those sticks down into the ground, heel drops down so you can return to center. Last one of these. Tuck that pelvis, press into that front leg, heel comes off the ground, lift as high as it'll go. Breathe. Heel down, press back. Whew. Okay, sweating now. Ooh, okay. Adding on, you're gonna reach those hands higher up. Sticks come to about the hips. And we're just doing those sails because it feels really good after all of this forward curl in the body to open up the back. Reaching up high, press those sticks down into the ground, tuck that pelvis, press forward, lean back, open up, human sail. Push the sticks down to return. We got one more of those. Whew. Take your time here. Tuck that pelvis under, leaning forward into that front leg. Open up and back. And return to center. Push those sticks down into the ground as you stand up. Shake it out. Take a second. Feel free to grab some water. That's already a lot. We're going to get into kneeling now. So this is part of why I love these stick mobility sticks. This grippy bit keeps me from sliding too much. And while I have the very longest ones, these are 7 feet, that's a 5-foot stick, they do have a shorter version on the website, and you can always find the website along with a discount code in the description of this video and all of my YouTube videos. So coming down into a kneeling position, I'm still going to go sideways so that you can see better, I think. So coming down onto the ground, just take a breath here. We're going to be plantar flexed, so those toes are pointed, they're up against the ground, they're resting on that ground. Again, you'll probably want to have some kind of cushion or something for your knees because we will be up on our knees. Sticks are going to come right in line with the knees, hips. Here we go. Coming up. You can reach up as high as is comfortable. You might want to keep it just kind of about head height so you have that nice bend in your elbows and you can really press down here. So we're going to lift one leg and we're going to alternate on this one. We're only doing 5 reps for these. It's still a lot of work. I'm not trying to say it's not. It's a lot of work for me. So we're going to lift one leg as if we're going into that half kneeling position, but we're not letting our foot touch the ground. So the closer the sticks are to your body, the more stability you are getting, the more assist you're getting from them. The further away they are, the more work you have to do, okay? So pushing those sticks down into the ground, you're gonna lift one leg up like you're going to press it down into that half kneeling position. Just have like a piece of paper's worth difference. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that foot back, switching sides. So right now, When you're kneeling, you're plantar flexed, you're going to be dorsiflexing as you lift that leg up and try to plant it in front of you. Here we go, other side. Push those sticks down into the ground, lift that leg up, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and return. So here's the thing. It's really easy to lean from side to side. I want to show you from the front as well, because I'm sure as I get tired, I do it too. I just want you to be able to see what it looks like, right? If I'm leaning here when I bring this foot up, it's not nearly as much engagement through the hips as if I try and really keep those glutes tight, lift. Nice and straight. You have these sticks to give you the assist. And back. You will have a little bit of a lift when you return or when you bring that leg out. That's natural just because there's only so much space. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Adjust the sticks if you need to. Lift up and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Return. This is number 3. Bottom of number 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ooh, hands may get sweaty. That's okay. 2 more. Lifting up. Try not to lean too far into it. Squeeze those glutes. Lift the leg. Nice and tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Other side. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to do one more to the side so that you see the whole body doing this. And then we continue on. Here we go. Plantar flex those toes, kneeling, squeeze the glutes, lift up. Here we go. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that knee back. Last one on this side. Lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Whew. Set those sticks down for a second. Shake out your hands. You know that you end up gripping really hard because you are working so hard on just trying to maintain balance. Well, now we're going to add on. So, same position, everything is the same, but now we are going to be dorsiflexing those feet in this kneeling position. You're going to lift that leg just like we just did into that half kneeling position, and then we're going to extend it out in front. We're only doing 3 on each side of these. Here we go. Lift, and now extend forward. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hey, this version seems pretty great right now. Bring that foot back. Other side. Make sure you're breathing. Nice big exhale for the movements. Find that posting and extend forward. Oh my goodness, this side is even harder. 3, 2, and 1. Come back. Dorsiflexing those feet. We got 2 more of these. Find that posting and then extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, thinking about where those hips are. Are they trying to creep up real high, or are they staying even? The goal is to keep them even. This is a difficult move though, so give yourself patience and compassion for wherever you are today. Here we go. Find that half kneeling position. Extend out for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whew. Last one of these. Here we go. And extend forward. Try and keep those hips in line. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. More important to keep the hips in line than to keep that foot really high off the ground. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh. Come back to center. That was a lot. You get to rest. Butt is on your heels. We're almost through the hard work. This is a little bit different. Now we're getting back into those ankles as opposed to lots of hip flexors. So these sticks are going to be somewhere between your hips and your knees. It's not essential for them to be right at your hips. So it's really about what is comfortable for you. Okay? And we're going to just start in that plantar flex position. The tops of the toes are up against the ground, and you're going to lift one knee at a time off the ground. So you'll feel a nice little ankle stretch. You may get some pops and clicks. As long as they don't hurt, totally fine. Here we go. 3 more. Using these sticks to, again, assist you taking off some of the pressure. Last one of these. Your knees may not come up as high as mine do. Again, that's totally fine. Wherever you are today is awesome, and the fact that you're working on it is even better. So now we're going to try and bring both knees up. So for this, you do want to bring those sticks up forward in line with your knees. It's going to be really hard if they're way back here and you just kind of can't get up. So again, you're pressing those sticks down into the ground, and you're going to lift both knees. Shoulders are packed down, press and release. We've got 2 more here, so we're doing a total of 3. Lift and lower. Last one. Shoulders packed down, press those sticks into the ground, lift, woo, and lower. Here we go. This one is also potentially hard for some, but I think it also feels really amazing. So now you're going to get into a dorsiflexed position. Flex those toes underneath your body. You're going to curl them back. And again, you're going to bring those sticks a little bit between your hips and your knees. They don't have to be right in front. They can be kind of wherever is comfortable for you to do a little bit of a hang. And this time, you're again lifting your knees. We're going to start with 1 at a time, 5 reps on each side, and then we'll do both 3 reps of those. So the big thing here is as you lift your knee, you don't want it to go out to the side. You don't want it to go inside. You don't want your hips to be moving. You want to keep them facing forward. So I'll do one in this direction. Lift and lift. And I will also show you from the front. is resting on those heels, and I lift. Core has to engage just to keep my hips from leaning outward, right? That's an easier option. My body's compensating to make space. We got 3 more. 1, 2. I know this is a lot on those toes. Last one. Whew. Shake it out if you need to. We're just doing 3 where we try and lift both of the knees off the ground together. You're in that dorsiflexed position. Sticks come up towards the front of your knees, right? They're on either side of your knees. You're gonna press down into those sticks, lift both knees up together. You're kind of thinking about getting into a malasana squat, right? A deep squat. My heels are not touching the ground. That's okay. This is all about ankle mobility, toe mobility. So I'm going to do it from the side so you can see again. Last difficult move, and then we get into some beautiful cool down stretching that feels really great. Here we go. Dorsiflexed. Sticks are up by the knees. You're going to press those sticks down into the ground. Lift your knees off the ground. It's okay that your heels may not touch. That's fine. This is already a lot of work, right? Last one. Try to control that return as well. You don't want to just flop your knees down. We want to be careful and gentle with our bodies. So here we go. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, lift those knees, press back. Whew. Feel that all the way through your shins. And return. Whew. Drop those feet down. Take a second. We're going to set one of these sticks aside, so feel free to stand up, shake it out for a second. As we get, oh yeah. Hips are popping, ankles are popping. We needed that. So again, still down, half kneeling. You're gonna have a plantar flexed foot. The other leg is actually gonna stick out to the side, so you're half kneeling, but you want that knee in line with your hip. Stick is going to about the instep of that outside foot. And you're going to press into that knee just as deep as is comfortable for you. So you can use that stick. You can have both hands on it if that feels right for you. And then press that stick down into the ground to return to center. Here we go. 2 more here. Press. Thinking about keeping this entire foot flat on the floor. Maybe that other hand can reach down onto the ground. You don't want to curl too much, but if you can reach your fingertips while maintaining that upright posture, that's amazing. We got 1 more, just like that. Beautiful. We're going to add on here. Coming back to center. The outside arm is going to reach over, hold on to that stick. Again, we're going to press our weight into that knee. Press. And now I want you to think about pressing the stick with that other hand down. Return. Take a breath. 2 more. So we're really deepening this stretch. Find that bend, just whatever's comfortable for you. It does not have to be too deep that you're like, I don't know that I can get out of this. You want it to be comfortable and feel like you have control here. And then press that stick down, guitar stretch. And release. 1 more. Then we go to the other side. Kind of looks like a Guitar Hero, right? Press that stick down. And release. Switching sides. Whew. Same exact position. One knee is down, one foot is flat on the floor. We're going to bring that stick to the instep of that foot and lean into it. Breathe here. Great work today. This is not an easy workout. I don't know that stick mobility is easy. It's really fun. It's really challenging, and I always feel better after doing it. Makes me feel accomplished, and I feel like I can actually move my body better. I'm really aware of the difference, tiny little things that incrementally change, like my ankle mobility. I have been doing this with the sticks, makes such a big difference because I have that extra stability that I don't feel like I'm going to hurt myself or fall over, which I think is really important. Bringing that stick across the body into that guitar hero stretch. Find that bend, push your weight into that front leg, and release, return. Take a breath, 2 more. Push into that front leg and press that stick down into the ground, pulling with the top hand, pushing with the bottom. Release. 1 more. Press into that leg. And release. 1 last stretch. This is a really fun stretch. I think it's a snake variation. So, still half kneeling. Stick comes onto the outside of that front leg hip, that foot posting. Can be right up against your hip, totally fine. You're gonna reach that outside hand up overhead, inside arm is gonna swim over and really reach for the bottom part of the stick as much as is comfortable. So your shoulder is pressing against the stick. This top hand is reaching up high. Bottom hand is reaching down, and then you're gonna try and look up as you press onto the stick with both hands. Feeling a nice, beautiful lateral line stretch. And gently release. And now we're going to go to the other side. Last move. Oh yeah. Bringing that stick over to the other side. Right up against your hip. Go a little bit 3/4 so you can see. Outside hand reaches up high. Inside arm is going to swim around so that my shoulder is in front of that stick. I'm going to reach my arm up, reach that bottom hand down, try to look up. Make sure you're breathing. And release. Push that stick down to bring yourself up. Shake it out. Take a moment. Bringing that stick right into what is about 12 o'clock between your feet. You're just going to do a little cat-cow. Forward fold, nice soft bend in the knees. And then curl your pelvis forward. And again. The more dramatic you make this, the better it feels. So take your time. Press forward and squeeze those glutes. Roll your body up. Shake it out. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this stick mobility session. Be sure to come back and check out day 3 of my stick mobility program, and drop a comment, leave a like. Let me know how you are getting on with this program.